Welcome to the Explorer Dashboard series of videos. In this video, we will take a look at working with the sample monitor file that comes with the product. I'll start the application. Next, I will open the sample monitor file. You will need to navigate to the folder where the application was installed. The sample monitor file is in the templates folder. The first thing you should do is to save a copy of the file to the app data folder. You can rename the file to a meaningful name and save it. We will take a look at every monitor in greater detail. This sample monitor file consists of every type of monitor to help you get started. Line 1 raises an alarm if the free space on drive C falls below 5 GB. Line 2 raises an alarm if the environment variable, number of processors, has a value of less than 2. Line 3 will raise an alarm if the application event log contains a critical or error entry in the last 7 days. Line 4 makes sure that the specified folder has at least one file. Line 5 verifies installed applications to make sure that Explorer Dashboard is installed and will raise an alarm if it isn't. Line 6 checks that the system has at least 1000 megabytes of available memory. Line 7 uses the operating system name to make sure that it is Windows 10. Line 8 verifies that the process, Explorer Dashboard, is running. Line 9 verifies that the processor's address width is indeed 64 bits. Line 10 raises an alarm if the deferred procedure calls, or DPCs queued per second, exceeds 10 million on processor 0. Line 11 verifies a registry entry's value and whether it equals the string free. Lines 12, 13, and 14 verify that the service Win Management exists, is running, and has a start mode of auto, and will raise an alarm if it does not exist, is not running, or does not have a start mode of auto. With the system set to localhost, I will test the monitors against the machine on which Explorer Dashboard is running. I will click Test All Monitors to start validating. You can stop the validation at any point by clicking the Stop button. When monitors are validated, the required system values are loaded from the specified system, in this case, localhost. In the System Values table, you can see that the disk space system values are being loaded. The alarm level column value is set by you, the user, and can be changed by editing the monitor. Similarly, the alarm type column value, which is color-coded, can be changed by editing the monitor. Note that as soon as the disk space system values are loaded, they are displayed in the table. These values are used to validate the disk space monitor on line 1. The info toolbar will display the progress by counting down the remaining tests. Once processing is complete, you will see a summary of the test results in the info toolbar. In this case, we have a total of 14 records. 1 monitor raised an alarm, and 13 monitors were processed with no alarm. There were no monitors that could not be evaluated. The test status column will display the current status of that row or monitor. The alarm column will display a check mark if there is no alarm, or a red alarm icon if an alarm is raised. And the test result column will provide the information why the alarm was or was not raised. I will scroll to the right to show the remaining columns. Let's take a look at the alarm that was raised on line 3. A total of 8 application event log records that match our criteria were found. To get more details regarding these records that raise the alarm, simply set the system value type to event logs. There we can see the details of the 8 records. Let's review the monitor details by editing the monitor. The log file is application. Date time generated within the last 7 days. And the event level is either critical or error. Let me exit the monitor. I will clear the test results. Next, we will proceed to test a remote server. First, we select the server. Please note that server configuration is covered in the Explorer Dashboard's Getting Started video. We will take a quick look at server configuration at the end of this video. I will click Test All Monitors to start validating. On the server, we have 4 monitors that raised an alarm, 9 monitors that did not raise an alarm, and 1 monitor that could not be evaluated. Let's take a closer look. Line 3 raised an alarm. There is 1 application event log record that matches our criteria. You can see the record in the system values table below. Double-clicking the monitor shows the details. Next, we will take a look at line 4. This monitor could not be evaluated. In the test result, we can see that we had an error connecting to the network location. Also, a warning message was logged to the message center. If we set the system value type to File and Folder, we see that there are no records that were returned. Let me open the monitor. Here we can see in the remote full path that there is no share specified. We only have the server name placeholder in angle brackets without any share specified. This monitor verifies that at least one file exists in the folder by raising an alarm if no file of size 0 or greater is found. I will close the monitor. I will proceed to load the file information from a share on the server. I changed the drive to Other Drive or Share since I'll be using a remote server share. To specify the share manually, enable the Specify Share and Folder Manually checkbox. In this case, I will use the browser to locate the network share. I expand the server I'm working with, SVR 2012_01, and I select the share I wish to use, in this case server share. Notice the full path field reflects the path that has been selected. I test by loading the system values, and I can see that the folder contains 2 files. I am now ready to update the monitor with the required share. I type the name of the share in the share folder field. The remote full path field is updated. I update the monitor and exit. Now when I test the monitor, the 2 files are found and no alarm is raised. Line 5 raised an alarm simply because Explorer Dashboard is not installed on the server. In this case, you would edit the monitor and change the name of the application to one that needs to be installed on the server. By changing the system type to Installed Applications, I can see that no applications have been installed on the server. Before I forget, there is another point I want to make about the issue of the network share not being found before we fixed it. By opening the message center, we can see the network error message that was logged. Similar to the error we saw in the test result, we see the error connecting to the network resource. I will clear the message. Next, we will take a look at the alarm raised on line 7. The monitor raises an alarm if the string Windows 10 is not found in the operating system name. When we ran it locally on a Windows 10 machine, this did not raise an alarm. But when we tested against Windows Server 2012, it raised an alarm. We could see from the test result, the string returned is Microsoft Windows Server 2012 R2 Standard. I will set the system value type to operating system. And we can confirm the name of the operating system in the system values table. Let's change the monitor to make sure that the machine is a Windows Server 2012. Edit the monitor. I will specify a substring of Server 2012. And I update the monitor. The monitor description now shows the new value. Now, when I validate the monitor, no alarm is raised. The final alarm raised on line 8 simply indicates that the Explorer dashboard process is not running on the server as expected. You would simply need to edit the monitor and change the process name to one that needs to be running on the server. Please note, since we modified the monitors, the file name is followed by an asterisk to indicate the records have changed. Simply save the file and the asterisk is removed. Earlier, we spoke about configuring connections to remote servers. Let's take a quick look at how this is done. To add a new server, from the main menu, click Configuration and Host Systems. Click on the Add New Host System button and fill in the fields. I will specify the name of the server. You can use the IP address here. Provide a description of the server. And fill in the username and password. Please note that this is the username that has the Windows Management Instrumentation or WMI access to the remote server. And for file and folder, this user must have file access rights to the folders on the server. Click Add Host and we are done. You can now select the newly created server from the System dropdown. Let's go in and edit a server. From the main menu, click Configuration and Host System. Select the server you wish to edit and click the Edit Host System button. Here you would make the necessary changes and update the host. I will exit without making changes. This concludes our video. Please make sure to watch the other Explorer Dashboard videos for more information. Thank you for watching.